welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me on this wonderful Wednesday when we're going to delve into another kit box. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I find making men's cards very difficult. And so when I saw this kit, I decided that is what I need. So let me open this kit so you can see what it has inside. So it's very similar to the one we did previously, whereas everything is in here that you're going to need. Now this I absolutely adore. This is all the stamps you're going to need, but it can create as many cards as you need it to be. You've got Happy to You, Father's Day, Birthday, Anniversary and Thank You. But then all the males in your family are covered. I've got 2 dads. You've got nephew, son, for all you do, I love you, grandson, brother, uncle, grandpa, friend. So once this has all been used up and you've sent them off, you've still got this wonderful stamp set with all of the sentiments inside it. You've also got, and I've taken the cover off this one obviously, this is a Mossy Meadow ink spot. Okay, perfect for your mail cards. I have this wonderful little block again, and then you've got all the pieces. Now there are enough cards in here to make 10 greetings cards. We're only going to make 2, so let me show you what we've got. Let's put that aside. Rather than show you all the bits, let me show you what there is. Okay, so you've got your glue dots and your dimensionals. You have 2 different kinds of envelope, okay, that match with your cards. You will have 5 of these to make 1 set of cards. You get, let me just count, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 of the shields. You get 5 of the hexagons shape. And then you get 5 in white and 5 in brown. You get 10 of these cards. I've only got 1 there, the other one's underneath. Okay, so you've got enough cardstock to make 10 cards. You get, whereas you get 5 of these, you also get 5 sets of these and 5 of the trees to create the card. So these are the brown banners I was telling you about and the hexagons, and you get the instructions. Okay, so let's pop these aside for a second. Put the lid back on here. We will return to this later at the end of the video because I have a few other things to show you. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open the instructions like I did last time. So it comes looking like this, and you're going to make these 2 cards. So you've got this one here and you've got this one here. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to do Father's Day because we don't have, we've just passed our Father's Day here in England. Okay, so I'm going to take my first card, put that aside, and let's see what the instructions say I need. So I'm going to need that, and I'm going to need my card. I'm going to need a white one of these. There we go. I'm going to need my banner, and then it's got all the other things you need, the words and everything. Okay, so the first thing it tells you to do is to glue your card. Fold that. Burnish it with my bone folder. I'm just going to, there we go, burnish that, and then we are going to place that onto there like so. Okay, alright, so I'm going to glue that down. Now it tells you to put glue dots on, so we've got our pointy tool. I'll take our pick and we're just going to add these. It says to put 1 in each corner, so that's what we shall do. There we go, and then take off the backings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to turn that over and add that onto there into the centre. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing it says to do is to take the thank you. So with my block, I'm going to take the thank you, which is there. Oops. Okay, so there's my thank you, and it's asking me to put it onto my white banner. So I shall pop that aside. I'm going to ink it up in the evergreen mossy meadow. There you go. Put that, and then it says to pop it into the middle. Let's do that. Okay, so that's that one. Let's put the lid back on just for a second. Alright, so then it tells you to take your shield and to take this little one here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to clean this on my cleaner. So the only thing that the kit doesn't supply is the means to clean your stamps, but if you're a regular stamper, whether you're an avid stamper or a newish stamper, you will probably have the means to be able to clean it. Now if you don't have like a chamois or anything, you can always use a wet wipe while you create yourself another way of cleaning them. Obviously I don't recommend that the wet wipes are used on a regular basis, because they won't harm, but they won't do any good to your stamp sets. Okay, so what I'm going to do is ink this up with my mossy meadow, and that will go up to the top there. Again, I'm just going to clean that off. There we are. That can then go back onto our thing. And the next thing it asks me to do is for all you do. Whoops, just thrown that aside. Okay, so that is this one here. So again, pop it straight. Tap it onto my ink spot. Yep, I'm happy with that. And then I'm just going to bring that down and put it down here. Okay, so push that down like so. There you go, for all you do. Perfect. So now what it tells you to do is to fold your thank you. So it says it goes, pushes it in. Okay, so I'm going to bend that one that way and that one that way. And then these will come back on themselves because they're scored already for you. Okay, so you've got one there. And then the same on this side, because there's a score mark just along there. And then you can just, obviously if you have a bound folder with you, then by all means use it, but if it's new kit, then don't worry, you can do it all by hand. Okay, so this now, let's have a look. What does it say? It says to put that onto there with dimensionals. So where have I put those in? Oh, right in front of me. Oh, good grief. Okay, so let's bend that. And it says to put one at the bottom. Top. Okay, so you just take off the toppings. And then that can sit slap bang in the middle like so. Okay, Then it says to do 2 dimensionals here. So we'll go 1 and 2. Okay, and they will sit like that on there. Okay, so we'll take those off. That's 1, 2. Okay, so let's straighten that card up. And there you are, it is in place. There, look at that. So actually very quick and very easy to do the first one. Okay, so let's try card number 2. So what do we need for card number 2? Okay, so we need card base, which we've got. I'm just going to burnish that with my burn folder. Okay, then we need, we've got these 3 here. So we've got, oops, hang on, 1. So they're quite easy, they spring out quite nicely. There we are. And then I've got the trees also, which are here. So it now tells you, what does it tell you to do? Okay, so it tells you to, so the biggest one of all needs to have 4 glue dots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we need the same on the darker grey. That's almost like grey granite, that one, isn't it? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the green one, which is this one, we're going to do again 1 on each corner. Obviously, if you prefer, you can put more on. It does look like they have supplied ample for you to be able to do that. And then I've got the trees. So again, each corner. Oh, excuse my dog barking. I don't think I'll ever make a video without her barking. Right, okay, so let's see what they're suggesting. So we're going to make, we've got to make all these mountains. So the dark one, I would imagine, goes down the bottom like so. Then the light one, so that's almost like, I suppose, a crumb cake. Then you've got your grey granite. Then you have this one that goes over the top, which I suppose is the water, and then you have the trees. Okay, well that looks easy enough. Let's get those stuck down as quickly as possible. And we just take off those. That's 1, 2. Okay, there we go. What we do, we're just going to whiz that down to the bottom. Okay, so I've stuck that, I'm quite happy with that in place. Then I'm going to bring in the dark grey. Oh, I took that off completely, that's not the idea. There we go. And that one. And the last one. Okay. So that then pops flush against the base of the other one. Okay, so now you've got the 2 mountains. Then we've got the, what I think is the water. So that gets stuck down. 2. There we go. Okay. And then that can sit on there like so, and the only thing to do now is to add the trees. Put that up there, and that will sit again quite flush onto there. Right, let's get those glue dots off, covers off even. Whoops, come on, there we go. Right, so let's pop that one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that, so far so good. Yep. So the next thing it tells you to do is to get your brown strip, and you're going to stamp anniversary onto that. So let's just clean that. There we go. Let's find the anniversary. Yep, that's that one there. Okay. And then you are okay. So using the green spot, a mossy meadow. That is going to sit straight across there. There we are. Now we have the word anniversary. Then it suggests we get this, and we have happy up here and to you down here. So let's clean the anniversary. So really they're all quite simple to create. Ideal starter kit for anybody that you might think would like to start stamping. However, in a moment I will show you how we can create these cards and make it for anybody to be able to do. So take the basics and then turn it round, add a few details and come up with your own versions. Okay, so that's happy done, and the other one is to you, which is this one on the top. There we go. So, okay, let's just stamp that. And I'm just going to put to you down the bottom here. Okay, and again it's telling you to use dimensionals, so I'm going to put the dimensionals on the back of both of these. So 3 on here, so on there. Okay, I need to fold this one again. So again, it's just fold it there and there, so it's like that, and then just bring it back on yourself where the fold is there. Okay, so you push that one in and then push that one in. So again, if you want to and you have one, you can use a bone folder to crease it. However, if you don't, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, I'm going to put the dimensionals here on the inside. That's 1, and then 1 makes 2. Right. Turn that one off a bit early. Let's go back to this one. Come on. That's it. Okay. Right. So now this can, it says sit in the middle. Oh, that's there. Okay. And then you can put this one, oops, over the middle like so. There we go. and you have your happy anniversary card there. Now, and I've got all these supplies still left over should I wish to use them. Okay, I'm just going to put these aside. So these are the 2 cards that we have just created. I'm going to bring my box back in, and I'm going to show you what I did, what I have done. Now, I figured that if you were somebody that had a few more supplies, then there were a lot of other options you could do by just taking the kit and adding a few extras. So let me show you what I have created. So this one, okay, I just upped it slightly. It's got an envelope to attach to it, and so you can see I've added a brown border. Obviously I've put happy birthday and brother, so that's similar. This one, which says happy anniversary, I did do similar. Just want to show you the easy versions first of all. Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, so I can show you the rest anyway. So that's those 3. So then, taking the card, I added the brown border, I added the fake leather trim here, I've used this on either side, and just put happy uncle birthday. Okay, again I've used the card. So again, I've used similar to this, but instead of using the badge, I have just used the banner. I've added the fake faux leather trim border, and this time I've made it smaller and added an embossed folder at the back. Let me see if I can show you that. See, I've got an embossed folder at the back there. What other one do I need to show you first? Okay. So this time, taking the card, I used 2, which I haven't folded. I've just put happy birthday. I have taken the backing to these. I've used my tag dies to cut out 1 for each colour and put a border on the back. I have done exactly the same with the other card. So that's this card. So I've cut the 3 out. So one of that one is that one, and then I've used a plain green one. Again, I've left the borders of the banners straight. So you've got happy birthday and you've got grandpa. And I've used the leather trim here, and on the other one I've used grey granite. Okay. Then I took this one. So instead of having the mountains all the way down the bottom, I've stretched it all the way up to the top of the card. Okay, I've used 2 sets of the trees to give you it, and I've used the banner rather than the hexagon shape. Okay, so this is nephew, happy birthday, and I've added 3 silver metallic gems to the bottom there. I've done exactly the same as I've done here. I've just used 3 colours, spread them out. I have put a brown border at the bottom and given it a thank you. But before I added this bottom section, I ran this through the embossing folder with an embossing machine and given it a detail. Okay, all of these have been cut down to it's 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, the ones that are not meeting right up to the edge, like this one. And then this is my last one that I created. So again, I took a white piece of cardstock, I cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4, and I have blended like a sunset coming up over the mountains. I used pale papaya, daffodil delight, and this is pumpkin pie. So I've used that with a blending brush, and this detail here as the sun coming over is this little detail here that we've used previously on these. So there are still lots you can do with these stamp sets. or these kits, sorry. Rather than if you feel to yourself, you know, they're a bit basic, they are set there to give you an idea of what you can create. It's ideal for somebody that is new to the craft, which are obviously those ones, okay, like so. But you can, with a few extra supplies, create another vast amount of cards, and I'm sure there are lots more out there that can be done just using these few supplies and a few extra. Anyway, I hope you liked that. They were great fun for me to create. As I say, it is a kit card ideal for a man. So if you have had a try of one of these or would like to try one of these card kits, contact me and I can point you in the right direction for ordering them. As I say, these are, I think this was the £18 kit. Which isn't too bad, because obviously at the end of the day you've got these wonderful stamps and the block and also the ink afterwards. So thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to you joining me tomorrow if you're able for coffee and cards. Whatever you do for the rest of the day, stay safe, happy crafting, and lots of love. Bye.